Is there anything you would like to share with us regarding this time?
Many people are in despair. Many people think that there is no way back up. They think this is it, this is the end. But remember, some things need to die in order for beautiful things to come.
Arriving in this magical world of the Phoenix, gently and softly, you start to enter this world.
I'm in a forest.
You're in the forest, okay.
But it's a really, it's dark. It's night, but it's warm.
What is around you?
Just vegetation, leaves, trees, rocks.
What do you hear in this space where you are now?
It's just that forest, really warm, really warm, really quiet. Just that, really quiet. No sounds. It feels like I'm in a jungle, some sort of jungle with that warm weather. It's really warm.
Do you feel the presence of any being around you?
Yes.
Would you like to tell me about it?
I can see it's a flame approaching. It's getting closer. It's a beautiful phoenix. She's huge.
This is big.
She's 10 times bigger than me.
Wow. Would you like to describe this creature for us? How does he appear to you?
Oh, it's magnificent. She's landed, but she's so big. She's made of orange feathers, but not just orange, red, copper. When she was flying, she was blazing. Every time she opens her wings, she's surrounded with flames. Her eyes are very sweet. In spite of that magnificence, she has a really tender look.
Is he looking at you now?
She is.
How does it feel?
It feels really good. I know her.
Do you?
She's welcoming me.
That's beautiful.
She's talking to me like telepathically. She's telling me that she has been waiting for me.
So she heard our call.
She did. She did. She's saying that she guided me to your request. She wants to bring knowledge about the Phoenix. She's saying that we have been told not so stories that we've been told about the Phoenixes. They're not quite like they've been telling them.
Okay, so I would like to first of all express my gratitude for her presence and for coming through today to connect with us. I'm very happy to be able to connect with this majestic creature. So I would like to first of all allow her to perhaps introduce herself to our audience, because perhaps there are people who are listening that have never heard of her existence. How would she describe herself, her presence, her essence?
Okay.
Thank you.
She's telling me that they're primordial creatures. That they've been around since the origin of Mother Earth. They are associated with the fire element, but not the destructive fire that people are afraid of. Aspect of creation that fire brings. She's telling me that nowadays people associate fire with hell. Right. One of the things that people tell about phoenixes, about the rebirth, dying and then coming back from the ashes, it's exactly the essence of the fire element. It can ravage, but by doing so, it is clearing what needs to be cleared. Some things need to die in order to rebirth, even greatly, even better, even bigger. And that's the real essence of fire. Phoenixes have been around, clearing, cleaning the aspects that don't suit us, that aren't good for us on an energetic level. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
She's telling me that phoenixes, like other magical creatures, magical for us, but she's telling me that they are very real, they're not fairy tales. She's telling me that every creatures work with the galactics because everything is connected.
Would you like to expand on that? How are they working together with the galactics?
I'll ask her. But she's telling me that they were like volunteers as well, like many of us starseeds. They came to help us. In a way, they're not from this planet. They have their own home planet. They also heard the call.
Where do they come from? What is their home planet, their origin? Is it in this galaxy or in this universe?
No, it's far, far, far away.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling me that human mind can't grasp how far it is. But in a way, everything is connected, so we must, in balance, must exist. All the universes.
So you were saying that they heard the call, that Earth was being created and they wanted to volunteer to be a part of this world?
Yes, they heard the call, but it was an older call, far older than when there was a call for many of the starseeds to come. It's like in a way there was another shift on planet Earth millennia ago. Doesn't make any sense.
I think so. So that was in the inception of Earth? Was that in the beginning?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did they come here before humans or after?
Before.
Okay. So they came with the plant elemental kingdom around that time?
Before.
Uh-huh.
It's like they came to cleanse. They came to cleanse planet Earth so it could flourish.
Did they come while the Earth was being formed in her initial stages of birth as a planet? I wonder what came to me is that if they perhaps helped in the formation of the planet because they represent fire and earth. She used all the elements in order to be manifested.
Yes. Fire is the first element. Yes, so fire had to come first.
Why fire? Could she answer this question for us?
Like she mentioned earlier, fire is really important to clear, to cleanse. What I'm seeing, what she's showing me is it's that Earth was created from fire. Earth was created from fire. That's why the first element. And then came Earth. And the vegetation started growing together with the element of air and water. But fire came first to ignite creation.
Okay. Another question I have is, when we talk about phoenix, do we talk about an individual entity, or are we talking about a group?
It's a group. Some of them came to Earth Others went to other planets. Others stayed at their home planet.
And since their initial appearance on Earth, did they stay here until now?
Yes, some of them. Others interacted with humans later in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have stories about them.
Indeed. What was the purpose of these interactions that they had with humans?
They wanted to show humans the power of fire, the real essence of fire. And at first the humans understood because fire was life. But then they started fearing fire because they didn't know how to handle fire properly. So they got selfish, and they started using fire in the wrong way, creating chaos. And then at some point, phoenixes left this third dimensional aspect, but they continued on another dimension very close to us.
So you mean that in the beginning they were on the third dimension, the humans were able to see them and physically interact with them until
Yes.
Okay, and then at some point decided to move into the fifth dimension of Earth.
Yes, because they saw that their gift to humanity wasn't being used with respect.
And how would this decision that they made would help humans? Or why did they decide to move into the fifth?
Because humans had to deal with the own consequences of their own actions.
To learn their lessons.
Yes.
I see.
But they were there still, watching over, guiding, protecting. But humans came with free will.
Yeah.
And if they decided to use the fire in a wrong way or in a more respectful way, it was up to them. They came to bring the gift of fire and what the fire represents. But then humans were left to decide what to do with it. But they remained vigil, watching over nonetheless.
So would someone be able to connect with them if they so wish, even if they cannot see them in the physical?
If they can connect with the phoenixes, was that your question?
Yes.
Yes, they can.
What would be the benefit of such interaction?
The magic of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And how it can work on our energetic bodies in so many aspects. Healing, clearing, transformation, transmutation. Fire is very alchemical. Fire is used to forge. And with fire, through fire, we can forge ourselves.
So how can one use this powerful energy?
With fire itself on a third dimensional aspect. By lighting a candle with respect. This vessel, she works with fire. She uses fire for everything she wishes. Every day she lights a candle. Every day she prays for mankind, for humankind. If she wishes to transform, to transmute, she uses fire as well. For instance, she has a small cauldron. Every time she wants to transform something, she writes it on a piece of paper and burns it in the cauldron. You were taught that it's witchcraft. But it's so much more than that. The women and men, that your story, that your history, called witches. They were so connected with the elements and knew how to use the elements for self-growth. That's how you can use fire. You have it on your third dimensional aspect. You can create it.
I have a question.
Yes?
Because you said something that fired a very, very curious question in my head. You mentioned the witches and that they were harnessing the elements. And I guess also the fire, if not more than all the other elements. And the rulers at that time, as they were trying to silence the witches, they were actually using fire to kill them. So what is the significance of that? It is not a coincidence, is it?
No. I knew you were going to ask that. Those rulers, you know who they are. You know that at some point in Earth history they came to rule by fear. And the fact that they used fire was their way to try and teach a lesson. And so that people could start fearing fire. That's why they also associated fire with the devil.
And death.
That couldn't be so wrong.
This is incredible.
They came to manipulate. They came to make you slaves through fear. It's the way they work. So they got fire, they got a primordial element and made it evil.
To confuse us, to distort.
It's the way they play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's mind-blowing, and it makes so much sense. So what messages does your group has for us, for humanity today, and for the people who are listening to us? Joanna, for some reason you got muted. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I see you moving, so you can hear me. That's good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
That's why I wanted to send this message to humankind. And I guided this vessel to this journey with you, Hara.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes. People shouldn't fear fire. But there must be respect. Are there any other questions?
Certainly. One question is a little bit irrelevant, but I cannot not ask it. Since we started this communication, we have technical issues. Our audios seem to fluctuate on and off, and Joanna's microphone seems to mute by itself. I wonder if this is just technical or if it's energetic in some way.
It's the power of the fire energy.
Wow.
It is vibration, it is resonance, it's fire.
This is incredible.
But if you wish to repeat this session, I would be honored to come back and connect with you, Hara, through this vessel. And I know that she doesn't mind as well.
Wonderful. It would be an honor. Do you have any closing message for us before we go?
It is important that people learn how to respect fire. Well, how can I say this in a way that human minds can grasp it? The polarity of fire can bring both death and life. So people need to be very respectful toward this primordial element. Don't use it for fun and games. Use it with respect. Use it on your own journey, your path of transformation, of growing. And learn that sometimes something needs to die in order to be rebirth.
Isn't this what is happening on our planet right now? In a metaphoric way.
Exactly.
Is there anything you would like to share with us regarding this time that we are at right now?
Many people are in despair. Many people think that there is no way back up. They think this is it, this is the end. But remember, some things need to die in order for beautiful things to come.
So that's why we are seeing all this upheaval on our planet right now, because the old ways are dying.
The dark ways are dying. And you have been receiving this message that the light has won.
Yes. So it's inevitable.
It is.
Okay.
Yes. I would leave it there today. There are many, many things that could have been said, but I will leave it there for today.
Wonderful. It has been a very enlightening interaction, and I'm deeply honored for your presence and for your messages. I want to thank you for being here with us, and I want to keep that invitation for another communication in the future.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much.